Hey, it's Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom. I just wanted to take a second because finally got to sit down and fully watch the Thor: Love and Thunder teaser trailer and just give a few thoughts. Like, wow, interesting. I'm really excited. I'm curious at this point. I need to look up exactly who is going to direct this because the third Thor was really good, and this one, at least from the teaser, looks like it's going to have that same vibe of crazy goofiness, and in a good way. It looks really good. Thor is really. Chris Hemsworth does such a good job. He fits the bill perfectly, and it's just going to be fun to see him going through this adventure, especially after the last couple of films of where he's just lost everything. And it's Thor Ragnarok was such a funny movie, but when you stop to think about it, it's such a sad film too, and that it's almost like he's just barely keeping it all together. So I'm excited to see this film. I wasn't really excited about it at first because it just sounded like potentially the get woke go broke kind of thing, even though Lady Thor has been in the comics, which I'm excited about. But it's like if they're not careful, they're going to do it in a really dumb way. But the trailer, at least, we did get to see Lady Thor at the end. She looks really good. I'm excited to see. I love to see Mjolnir built back together. It looks really awesome, and she looks like she's going to play the part well. We'll see. I just hope they don't just make her like, I'm the best, I'm the most perfect, because it will just make us not really enjoy her character because those flaws. Now, if she's just doing that at first to hide the fact that she's got something serious wrong, like in the comics, cool, that'll be a little different. But you gotta be careful because Thor's always been one of those characters too that the first two films, I enjoyed them, but they are probably the lower ranked of the Thor movies and Marvel Universe in general, just because they're kind of boring. And also he's rather strong. And even the first one, he doesn't have his powers, but he finds himself with no character flaws, even though that is his character flaw. So at least makes it interesting. But the second one, there's just not a lot to that for him. So the story for himself is just lacking in some ways. And so it's one of those challenges of, it's a Superman challenge and Thor challenge of how do you make a character with no character flaws be interesting? And, when you really lean into the cocky arrogance of Thor and thinking that he is all-powerful and then strip that away from him like they did in Thor Ragnarok in the way of not just taking his powers away, but he can be bested and things will get lost, and you think you're the best, but then you have people dying around you that you care about. Those are important things. So this film I'm excited for. It looks like it could be really good, and I'm looking forward to his interactions with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm looking forward to his interactions with Lady Thor. I'm curious to see how they do Lady Thor as far as all that, because it could go really well. And from the pictures and stuff, she looks the part. It looks good. It looks like she's gonna be a fantastic character as long as they treat her with respect and give her both flaws and moments to shine. That's the important thing. Because if they're not careful, they'll get into the realm of Captain Marvel again, where it's just kind of boring because there's not good character development. And we need these lady superheroes to really shine more and more because they've had so many good ones already. We should have had that Black Widow movie so much earlier because that was a character that we all cared about and were curious about more of her story because she is that good. She is that good. Just interesting. So anyway, those are some of my quick thoughts about the trailer. We get to see Korg again, which I'm super excited. I hope Taika Waititi is directing this. I'm going to look it up next, and if it's not him, then James Gunn. So one of those two at least would be the win. If not, we'll see. This could still be good, but those two have a proven track record of just taking films and really just making them amazing. Let's see, anything else? I love seeing him, working himself back out to try to heal and get himself back to good, shape, but also just to heal himself mentally as well. So I'm curious to see if they do that well as far as his development, his struggle through that. Anyway, I'm Cody. This is the Keepers of Nerddom. Take care.